Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Ahmad Zafiq Zakaria, matrix number 1918261, and today I will be talking about the rivalry between two largest brand of electronic devices, which are Apple and Samsung. Before we go into details, we must know the background history of both of these companies. We will start with Samsung. In 1938, Samsung owner Lee Byung-chul started the company to sell groceries around the city, and he also exported the goods to China. After the Korean War, he expanded the company into textile industry, and in 1970s, the textile industry expanded to cover from the raw materials to the end products. And this expansion is because of the protectionist policy by the current government to protect large conglomerate, and give them an easy funding. Okay, and in that year, around that year also, the Samsung company established new subsidiaries, and one of it is Samsung Electronics. And one of the first products of Samsung Electronics is black and white television. Okay, after 1970s, the company undergo rapid development because of the establishment of Samsung Data System in 1985, and the company continued to expand until year 2000s, where we already witnessed the birth of Samsung Galaxy series, and the Samsung Galaxy series become one of the most popular products that has been sold. Okay, that's for Samsung. Okay. Next is Apple history. Apple is founded by Steve Jobs and Wozniak in 1976, and they founded the company because they want to build a user-friendly computer. And one of the early products of Apple is Apple I, which is sold in 1977, and Apple II, which is sold in 1978 until 1980s. Okay, Apple II revolutionized the computing industry because of its appearance with color graphic. And in 1983, Wozniak left Apple because of his disinterest in continuing to run the company, and this result in Jobs hiring PepsiCo John Scully to become Apple president. But this decision backfired Jobs himself, as there are controversy between him and John Scully, which result in Jobs leaving Apple in 1985, and he established his own company, which is Black Software. And he also bought Pixar from Google, and during 1980 to 1990, Apple undergo a very smooth development because of Jobs' plans that he left behind. For example, the cooperation with Adobe, with a small company called Adobe, which introduced Adobe Portable Documents, PDF. But in 1985, John Scully turned down an appeal from Bill Gates to license his software, and this resulted in Apple suffering during 1990s until 1997, from which Apple bought Next Software, which is Jobs' company. And from then, the board directors asked Jobs to become an interim CEO before he become an official CEO in 2000s. And from this moment, Jobs proposed a lot of development, a lot of products such as iTunes, iPod, iBook, and Mac. He brought a lot of development to Apple and brought the company back to life. Okay, the next part that we're going to talk about is the marketing strategies. both of the company has different marketing strategies, and one of the aspect in these strategies is the innovation and the technologies involved. Okay, Apple is known as the inventor of the smartphone, while Samsung is its follower. This can be seen by the beautiful design and apps of the iPhone, and Samsung always follow it until the production of Samsung Galaxy S4, from which Samsung consider that iPhone is no longer appealing to its customer. Okay, the next strategy is the social media presence. Apple usually only advertise their products in TV channels. Meanwhile, Samsung use all kind of channel, all kind of social media to advertise its products. And this is the second one. And the third part is the customer engagement. Apple products usually highlighted the usage of its product, how the customer use its product. But what Samsung highlighted in their advertisement is its feature, its camera. For example, the Samsung Galaxy Note Pen style. That is always the main point of Samsung highlighted in the company advertisement of the products. And the next is the public relation and publicity. Apple make use of the halo effect. Halo effect is when for example, one of your relative use iPhone, and then maybe your sister use iPhone, then next your brother, then it will spread among your relative, and this is called halo effect. But Samsung, as I stated, usually focus more on social media. It promotes more. It use all kind of platforms. Okay, and the last marketing strategies that it use is the viral videos. Samsung make use of viral videos. For example, in Oscar Award, they sponsored some artists to take a selfie using Samsung phone. That is one of the way for Samsung to promote their products. But Apple, there are almost none of this kind of videos. What make Samsung and Apple as a rival? What caused them to become a rival? And for this section, I provided a video for you all to watch.
Now, many of us today have become familiar with Samsung through the consumer electronics they sell, but those business endeavors are actually a fairly recent development considering the company's long history. In the 80s, Samsung's electronics division was focused primarily on the semiconductor business, and their then CEO, Lee Byung-chul, spoke with Steve Jobs on several occasions for advice or negotiations. In fact, the two met in person in 1983 at Samsung's offices in Seoul. Around that time, the company decided to make a sizable investment in a new chip plant in China. It's unknown if Jobs encouraged Samsung to expand their semiconductor business, but the two CEOs clearly had a friendly relationship. Apple went on to become Samsung's biggest client, ordering billions of dollars worth of electronic parts. But the friendly and cooperative relationship between Apple and Samsung didn't last forever. Before the original iPhone was announced, then Samsung CEO Lee Jae-yong visited Apple's headquarters to meet Jobs. It was then when Jobs revealed the device to Jae-yong and disassembled it, explaining how the iPhone's technology worked. And as you might expect, Samsung took the idea and ran, releasing their own touchscreen smartphone called the Galaxy just 2 years later, which ran on Google's Android operating system. As a result, Jobs asserted that Android was a stolen product and eventually called Samsung a copycat. It was at this moment when Samsung went from being Apple's ally to Apple's enemy, and the lengthy legal battle that began between the two companies in 2011 was proof that Apple was prepared to protect its intellectual property at any cost.
Okay, the next is the lawsuit. This is all started in 2010, when the Apple directors meet up with Samsung directors and told them the infringement of the iPhone patent on Samsung Galaxy S series. and propose a deal that every smartphone sell, Apple will get $30, and for every that sell, Apple will get $40. But Samsung turned it down. Thus, the following year, Apple issued a lawsuit on them. One of the main point in the lawsuit, there are a few main points in the lawsuit, and I want to highlight three of them. One of them is the trade dress infringement. Trade dress infringement is the outer appearance of the smartphone, from which you can see that iPhone has Samsung Galaxy S has similar properties with iPhone. And the second point is the trademark infringement. Trademark infringement is usually you can see it based on the icon appearance of both of these smartphone. You can see that almost all the design of the icon is almost the same with iPhone. Okay, and the last point is the infringement of the design patterns. The design, we can see in this point, we can see the similarities in the layout of the home screen, the button design, and all of that. The Samsung Galaxy series has the almost same pattern with iPhone, and this result in the Apple win in the court, and they got compensate with $1 billion from Samsung. Okay, last but not least is the aftermath of the lawsuit. Okay, after the lawsuit, many people think that Samsung and Apple relation may deteriorate, but it is wrong because Apple still rely on Samsung to produce high quality components for its smartphone. For example, the OLED screens, panel display for iPhone 10, and Samsung still relies on Apple to buy its products. Okay, another thing is the new CEO of the Apple, Tim Cook. He also take back the aggressive stance of Steve Jobs, in which he said that I will spend my last dying breath if I need to. I will spend every penny on Apple $40 billion in bank to right this wrong. I'm going to destroy Android because it is a stroller product. I'm willing to go thermonuclear war on this. Okay, he take back this aggressive stand because he want to settle rather than battle, because this is detrimental for the Apple company. And the other reason why Tim Cook take back the aggressive stand is because of the appearance of Huawei. Huawei is a Chinese company that produce smartphones, highly exclusive and premium products, smartphone, and this will disrupt the marketing of both Apple and Samsung, and it will detrimental for both of them if they continue this war. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you.